What is up? What is up? Welcome to episode 98 of the DCC pod. We're almost there, almost to 100. Almost there. We got 100. You know, we got some vibes for the 100th episode, pretty much. So you guys see what is going. Yeah, you guys will see what's up. This is for the YouTube people, obviously. It's a visual experience over there. If you're not into,
you can have an audio experience.
Yeah, it's lit. But I'm saying if you're not too keen on like what's going on when we say certain things.
Oh, you're gonna want to visually see the 100th episode.
Go over to the YouTube and get in tune, man. Degrees Couch Chronicles on YouTube. Subscribe. But before we get into our topic, we obviously want to bring light to the product we are displaying. Shop Glow Nude.
Yes, guys, head on over to our new domain at www.glownudeshop.com or visit us on our Instagram at glow.nude. I want to give a special shout out to all my peoples in Jamaica. Thank you guys so much for almost selling us out already. It's insane. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. And I hope you guys are truly enjoying the products. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Again, so head on over to our new domain at www.glownudeshop.com or head on over to our Instagram at glow.nude for all your natural organic skincare products. Black owned.
Word up. And with like anything you do as far as like selling, you know, it's important to know your market. You know what I mean? Know who the customers are that are buying your product, pretty much. That's what that means. So if you can find who your demographic is, where your market is, then you'll be successful. So shout outs to that and being able to pull that off as a seller or whatever you're trying to do. And shout outs to all my black owned businesses. It's still Black History Month. So,
Black History Month forever.
Yeah. So shop black owned, obviously.
Yes.
So let's get into it. Since I guess we're still in COVID times, I want to say, what would you say is a lesson from COVID? Like something you learned through all this that's like, yeah, man, not glad that this happened to bring it to your eyes or in your viewpoint, but like something that this experience have taught you that you're like, man, I needed to know this, pretty much, you know?
Honestly, without being too like praising of COVID, I'm kind of happy it happened as from the quarantine standpoint, like because it gave you like a chance to slow down, and that's the lesson, I guess, to kind of like slow down and take things one step at a time. I feel like during the Instagram era, we always talk about it, that things move fast, you know what I'm saying, and you only see like the ending, the best part, like the finished product of a lot of people's journey. So you kind of feel like, yo, you got to catch up. And I feel like what COVID did, it kind of just gave everybody the chance to just stop and be on the same playing field. So I'm appreciative of that.
For me, I would say intuitiveness, like pretty much being adaptive, being able to, all right, this life-changing thing happened, how can I adjust to it? Mm-hmm. What can I do to not let this ruin anything I got going on? Right. So I feel like a lesson that I learned personally, and probably a lot of people, is you learn how to, you know what I mean, and be intuitive, how to adjust, move a different way, you know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people started businesses, people started podcasts, you know, they got a new revenue of income. So I think something that major I learned, and probably a lot of people learn, is just being more adaptive to harder times. Because, you know, things could change in a New Year minute. So.
In a New Year minute.
Those minutes be crazy. But I like that. That's how I wanted to start with that. Alright, moving on. Do we want to do that?
What, retirement?
Because I feel like these two topics are kind of the same. So one can lead to the other. So let's start with the latter first. Do you think you could do something forever, right? That's what you...
Oh, do you think that you're supposed to be doing the same thing forever? Yeah, I just kind of want to know, because I feel like a lot of people think that you're just supposed to be in this one box. Like, you're supposed to just, oh, I'm a doctor and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you study to be.
If you study to be.
Because cases like that is different. Like, people who are like lawyers.
But I'm saying yes, I'm a doctor, but I can also be a makeup artist. I'm a doctor and a makeup artist.
That's
Don't
crazy.
just label me as
That's
one,
a
is what
sick
I'm
schedule.
saying. So I just feel like, without looking at the time, without looking at all that stuff, do you just feel like you're supposed to be doing the same thing forever? Do you feel like in this lifetime, with the time that we have, with people dying at 50, people dying at 40, people dying at 30, people dying at 20, 19, do you feel like, yo, you're put on this place to say, oh, one thing forever, that's it, this is it? Like,
No, of course not. I definitely have changed many paths, you know what I mean? The only constant is my music and audio related skills.
Right.
So I said, anyone in a job, like, if you're doing the same job 20, 30 years and you hate it,
yeah, that's what I'm
that's
saying.
not you.
Why
I feel
are
like
you
that's just
complacent?
torture. That's torturing yourself. But as humans, like going back to your, you know, what I mean, here to do, I feel like we're constantly supposed to be evolving and changing.
Right.
So that with that comes your interest in what you do and what you spend your life doing. So I feel like if you spend more time trying to get into different things, learning different things, you'd have a more fulfilled human experience.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah, I just feel like we're not supposed to be here just on some robot status. Like, I just feel like we're supposed to be fully functioned, like adventures, just go out there and do things that you like. I feel like the constant comments and scrutiny that people are often subjected to is just crazy, because why are we supposed to be so boxed in all the damn time?
It's an older way of doing things. Like, people come from doing one thing. Like, yo, that's the farmer, and that's the farmer's kids, and the farmer's kids are gonna be farmers. You know what I mean? So
Ridiculous.
And that's the butcher, and the butcher's kids, and the butcher's kids are gonna be butchers. So I feel like
That's
it
ridiculous.
comes from a line of that being the wave. But the wave shift. You got YouTubers now. Like, the fuck? What is that? So you got people just generally doing different things. And then again, we do this all the time, but it's social media. Like,
It is.
it's what you see. You see these people.
Instagram is never gonna give us like, fuck you guys.
Do y'all want to sponsor?
Yeah, like, come
But
on.
anyway, like, people are seeing so much, and they're like, you know what I mean? It's kind of making them not want to be complacent. So
Right.
the move now is to, like, yo, move, do different things, move around, live life. The old way is not working, and millennials and Gen Zs are seeing that, and we're adjusting. We're like, we have new job titles. We're creating new jobs. Like, we're doing way different things. Like,
We are job creators.
Yeah, you tell people back then, like, the type of time we're gonna be on, they wouldn't be like,
First of all, they would be
textile
like,
worker. Like,
witch.
what's that?
You guys are witches.
Yeah. So,
Content creator, what the fuck?
yeah.
You're shucking and jiving on it.
You got creator in your name, so
what the
and you're not God. So
Yeah.
I just feel like
Whoa, that's a big one.
yeah. So like we're on to some other things, and
Yes.
that's what the times, like, it's gonna shift now where people are only gonna be working
Yes.
like 2 to 3 years,
Independently.
2 to 3 years, or independently, or for themselves.
Yes.
And this goes into our new topic, retirement.
Retirement.
I feel like retirement, especially with us, our generation, it's going to be a thing of the past. People aren't going to be working jobs
Where
20,
they're like,
40, 50
401k.
years, 60. That's not going to be a thing anymore.
Yes, because I see these people and they're like deteriorating right in front of my eyes. They're like, yeah, I've been here for 14 years. Like, I don't give a fuck. You're sad because it's one thing if you love it, right? It's one thing if you're the doctor, the pediatrician, the whatever is, and you love it. I get that. But you're sitting somewhere, you're getting up purposefully, sitting somewhere that you hate, and I get enough to make ends meet. I get all that part, but why deteriorate for that? Like, why break yourself down physically, mentally, emotionally? Because we see it right in front of our eyes. Suicide Month is coming up. People are legit offing themselves because they can't do it. Like,
I think it's easier. It's easier to do something and then to keep doing it. It's harder to be like, yo, I'm going to change everything I do.
yeah.
I'm going to do something different starting today. And in the past 20 years, you were doing the same thing. So I think it's easy and it's instinctive to, like, this is what I do every day. Monday to Friday, you know, and then Saturday, Sunday. Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So people get used to the same thing over and over. 'Cause it's easy.
Yeah.
How easy is that? to switch it up every day, it takes.
It's too easy.
It's like, damn, like you do something different every day. That's kind of hard. So a lot of people can't, you know what I mean, bring themselves to like want to make a change, and it's a lot easier. And man, if we're honest, like easy is always the best way, no matter what everything.
Just like to choose the easy way.
Give me easy right now. I don't want hard. I want easy every day.
But I feel like, not to stray too much off the topic, but retirement, I feel why I wrote it down was to say the prices of everything is going up, right?
That part.
And I feel
gas is almost $4.
And I feel like it's harder for people to say, you know what, I'm gonna stop working and go live in Florida like everybody plans. You feel me? But I just don't know. Like, yeah, everybody's content creating, but that's a lot in itself. So it's like, how do we get to the point where working is not all we do?
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, what do you mean? Like, do you want us to? What do you think we should be focused on besides like being better? Enlightenment. Like, we should really focus on fulfilling our self goal. Because a lot of times people don't know what their self goal is.
Yeah, and think about how much of people's identity is wrapped around what their job is. Who are you outside of your 9 to 5? You know what I'm saying? When you ask somebody, well, who are you? What do you like to do? Oh, I'll be working like, is that all you do?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So when do we get to a point where we actually know who we are? We're prioritizing our health. We're prioritizing our mental health and all these things. Like, when do we get to that point instead of letting our jobs murder our entire mental state?
I think we would just the goal of the world will have to change. We'd have to change from being so money hungry and just full-blown economists to, I mean, have more life focuses, you know what I mean, where things are more focused around people being better people. I think everything is geared towards the economy and money instead of like people really just growing. So
right.
I just think everything in general would have to shift to that for things to make a difference.
Okay, that's true.
But I think we're gonna go ahead and take a break right here. This is a beat by me, obviously. J Degrees. Enjoy. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that, and please get in contact. I have other beat-related stuff going on too, so you can inquiry about a beat, like, hey, could you make this beat?
Beat.
Yeah, so that's just music-related stuff. But on to what we're here about. Let's go into relationship type stuff, and then we'll take it down. Actually, no. Let's start with what I had here. Divine duties divided. I think it would make sense because, like, that's how a lot of businesses run, right? Responsibilities are delegated, right? You do this, you do that. Do you feel like when it comes to like divine stuff, like there's a person who controls human faith, right? There's a person who controls human dreams. There's a person who controls reality. Not a person, but like an entity, right? Like a God figure that controls these little, little to them, but like huge to us, you know what I mean? Like pretty much dividing the responsibilities of God. Like the Hindus, they have, you know what I mean? They have a sun god, a water god, you know what I mean? So do you think it would make more sense for a divine being to have the duties separated into little celestials or whatever, you know what I mean?
I don't believe it's divided. I feel like there's like one
doing all that.
Yeah, I feel like
bro.
there's one God doing.
You need a vacation, bro.
I feel like
it's not working.
No. I feel like this. I feel like you kind of get your path. You know what I'm saying? It's like when your mom packs your lunch.
Yeah.
This is your lunch. I made sure you ate. So if you go to school and you want to give away your sandwich, and you want to give away your apple, and you want to give away your fruit snacks, that's on you. But I made sure that you had lunch. So I feel like the path is laid out for us, and the little things, like we'll say our friends, compared to my analogy or whatever,
are going to ask us for things. And there's things in the world that's going to interrupt the process. So it's like, it's up to you to say, yo, my mom gave me my lunch. I'm going to go to school and I'm going to eat my lunch and I'm not going to trade. I'm not going to give it away and I'm not going to do anything else. You feel me? So I feel like that's why it's easier for one being to say, okay, because he made sure y'all was good. You have everything you needed, but you threw a lot of shit in the mix. So now it's your job to clean it all up, not mine, because I made sure you ate. You know?
That makes complete sense. Because I'm thinking like, all right, you're in charge. Why don't I put other people in charge so we could take some weight off my shoulders? You know what I mean? That's
because
how
then it's gonna be the
whole
same
Jesus thing came in. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I'm gonna let him get all the sins. Like,
nah,
you get the sins and I'll deal with everything else.
Jesus came in kind of like an example. That's if like your mom would go to school with you to say, yo, this is what happens when you don't eat or this is what happens when she's kind of like guiding you through what happens and explaining you the steps, as in what happens when you give away your things or you're trading your things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Jesus was put in place, to show you, if I delegate somebody, y'all gonna treat him the same way.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
that whole Jesus story is wow.
exactly. So it's like, I'm gonna, like, that's like if he was like, oh, I'm gonna delegate a few people, then they gonna delegate a few people, then it's gonna keep going and going, and nobody's gonna truly do their the main responsibility.
I get it.
Yeah, you're packed with everything you need. Don't out here screwing up the plan. You know what I'm saying? Chill out.
Okay, I get it now. Moving on. You said, why is moving in heavy?
Yeah, like, why is it such a
deal maker?
A big deal, yeah. Why is it a big deal?
Because you don't know someone unless you're around them 24/7, you know what I mean? What if this person's mad sloppy and you ain't know that because he always cleaned his room when you pulled up? So,
but then that's a red flag.
Okay, you would know that now. You know what I mean?
Nah, but why does it have to take... Because, like, this is how I look at it.
Because people put on the show up until they're with you.
But that's crazy, because think about how long it's going to take somebody to move in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not moving in off 2 months. Y'all not moving in off 3 months.
Like at least a year.
You're building towards a relationship.
Yeah.
You putting on a show that you clean for 3 freaking months. You put for 3 years for a year. You're crazy. Like, that's my thing, is like, we don't expect people to be like... We constantly want to put on a show, so we don't know who people really are. So it's like, when it comes to these things, which is simple things, you're supposed to be clean, I'm supposed to be clean. So if you come over my crib and you see something misplaced or you see it out dirty, you don't like it, tell me, yo, I don't like that, like, change. And if the person doesn't want to change and not pretend in front of you, then that's when you need to separate. Don't wait until a year and then you're like, oh, moving in is heavy, like, it's making me, like, nah, come on. People are just insane, like,
yeah,
why?
I mean, everybody puts on a show. That's what I think.
Yeah.
We're all putting on a show. Even wherever we go. When you go to a restaurant, like, I feel like a lot of people aren't truly themselves all the time.
But think about how crazy that is. Like, when it comes to, like, a partner, how intimate that people are willing to be, simply because when you're in your birthday suit, you're fully, like, that's the most vulnerable you can get, right? So how is it that you can't put on your real self, like... Think about how crazy that is. You're comfortable with being naked in front of somebody, not showing your personality. It should be the opposite. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
You already know what I'm going to say, man. Social media, bro.
Yes.
Social media.
We really want a sponsorship. We have to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying?
We are the kids of the social media. We are growing up on a display. Like, we're all window shopping each other.
Yeah.
So it's like you're seeing the whole package almost until you fully, like, I want to buy this now. So you hit them up, hey, what's up? And then you'll see how that product is. Social media is like, here's this person, and they're like a barcode. And you're like the buyer. All right, I like this person.
It's like the nutrition facts.
Or follow.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Like,
you see their bio.
Put it in the cart.
Likes long walks, you know what I mean? Gemini, I'm a Pisces, and you know what I mean? So they're giving you their nutrition facts. And off that, some people won't follow somebody off what their bio says. Forex trader, all right, not following you. You know what I mean? So you see graphs and numbers. Oh, I'm definitely not following you. So you can see what you're gonna get into, kinda, but that's not who that person is. That's who their social media profile says they are. So you invest in them, you press follow, and then now you're invested. If you see what you like, you hit them up, and boom. And then this whole process, this entire time, we're all pretending. I'm pretending, you're pretending. And up until, like, realness comes out, and boom. We get into real behavior habits. We get into, like, fucking toxic type shit, because we don't really know who each other is.
This is kind of off topic, but on topic. Why? It's kind of been boggling my mind. Can we be real on social media, or do we kind of have to put up a front on social media? Like, what is it? Because some people say, I'm not going to put my whole life on social media, but some people be like, oh, I'm giving you the real, you know what I'm saying? But some people say that's too much. So it's like, what are we doing on social media? What's too much? What's too less? What's too businessy? What's too whatever? What do we do?
I feel like it's up to you. You know what I mean? Put up what you want to put up. If you want to put up fake shit and have everybody believe this is who you are, by all means, it's your profile. You made it. But if you want to put up real shit, I see people put up shit I would never put up. Ugly ass plates, low resolution pictures. Like, it's a picture that's kind of blurry. Like, you went like this with the phone. I'm like, all right, I would never put that up there, but you're being you 100%. I'd be thinking, man, you didn't look at the photo before you posted it, but, you know what I mean? That's me. Some people put themselves up 100%. Some people slap a filter on that bitch. And filters can mean anything. It can mean...
That's true.
You're in Fiji when you're really in your nursing outfit being a nurse assistant. But your Instagram says you in Fiji right now. People who really know you know that was 2 weeks ago. But you saved the photo so you can post it while you're here.
Yeah.
So, like, it's what you decide to put up. You know what I mean? That's what it really is.
Pretty much.
But on to the next topic, what I wanted to get into. You had is toxic subjective. Yes. I feel like there's toxic behaviors in everything. Like when you go out to eat and you're treating the waitress right, that's toxic. If you're talking to someone and something in you is just like, yo, check his phone, even though you just met this guy and y'all not even like that.
That
and
is
you know
sick.
He's
That's
talking
sick.
to somebody else because you just met this dude. That's toxic. So I feel like there's it's not subjective. There's toxicness in everything.
I know that there's toxicness in everything, but it's like kind of like the I want to say potato, but that's not what I mean. Like, say how I can perceive a situation one way and you can perceive it a different way. I'm gonna say it's toxic, you're gonna say it's not. So I'm saying what's toxic to me might not be toxic to you. So I'm saying, is it really subjective to what you feel is toxic? Or are we just all following a book of toxic rules that's saying, don't look through your man's phone, toxic rule number 1? Like, is that what we're doing? Or is
I
it
feel
just like...
because different people have different levels that they consider toxic.
That's what I'm saying.
Toxic.
So is it subjective?
So no. I feel like it's toxic across the board, period.
It's
just like bad. It's just bad habits and bad behavior. That's what it really is. We said toxic because, like, it's cool and we, like, make things cool. But what it really is in its core, it's just like poor habits, bad behavior. That's what it really is.
Toxic
and
is
that's
just a
in everything.
master category.
Yeah,
but it's just easily summed up because what you're really doing is acting a goddamn fool, but nobody want to say that.
Yeah,
so it's like
toxic.
When you're misbehaving, as we grew up to hear it, when you're misbehaving, like, I might consider one thing is what I'm saying, and you might consider it different. So I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, it's in everything. Because I've noticed toxic work habits of some. Like, I've noticed toxic everything. So I'm like, yo, I feel like toxic just, it goes with everything. I feel like you could be toxic in so many different fields.
Right.
And the height of today, breaking news, I guess, here. We got the whole Russia and Ukraine situation. It is now a war against Ukraine by Russia. Russia declared war on Ukraine. Today they have decided to march into the Ukraine territory and just pretty much occupy that side. To my understanding, Russia kind of just wants either the entire Ukraine or parts of Ukraine. And I think NATO is trying to help out Ukraine in this situation because Russia is against Ukraine and NATO. So that's what's happening. And there's just some disturbing images going around and just not pretty much good vibes going on right now over that side. Let's pray for everybody involved. We here at the DCC podcast would not like to shed any type of ill will against anyone. Russian or not, but you know what I mean, it sucks because I feel like this needs to happen for some parties to be successful money wise, and that's what it really is. You know, war for money, it's always gonna be like that. That's really just coming from me.
I feel like this. Like first off, let me just say, pray for everybody that's involved. That's it. That's a period on that one. Now, I just don't feel that this is any of our business. I don't get why we're saying any of this. You know what I'm saying?
Because Ukraine is an ally. Like, we're part of NATO. USA, Ukraine, and many other countries are part of NATO. That's like the United...
But what?
It's like
what
we're all
doing?
part of. It's the All-Star team.
Yeah, I get it, but what are we doing?
Russia is not a part of the All-Star team.
I get it, because 9 times out of 10...
It's like you getting beef with my homie, and it's like, yo, they want beef. It's like, all right, we gotta come in because you my homie. You know what I mean?
Russia is... First of all, I can't say what I want to say. I can't say what I want to say. It's
Spotify has rules now. That's all this really is.
Yeah, Spotify has rules, so I can't say what I really want to say, but this is how I feel. I am, at heart, a Jamaican citizen. And that to everything what it means. So everything outside. Let me just brief it by saying this. Pray for everybody involved. And that's just there's a period on that. There's no buts about this one. I care about everybody that's involved that's injured. Yes. However, I feel like it's none of our business. If I was in Jamaica, I would have not seen none of this news. I feel like we're seeing this because we're in America. We only care because it's happening on the news. However, America gets into a lot of stuff that we can't really talk about. And Russia is heavy. We know that. Yeah. We know that if everybody on our side gets involved, it's an end to potentially or a destruction to what many people call home, right? So I feel like when it comes to everything in this situation, people should just mind their business and let things happen how it's perceived to happen. And that's it. And pray for everybody that's involved.
Yeah, definitely, man. And try to learn about it. What I don't like, though, is that they always have like a quick place for you to pay to donate to the cause. And I'm like, how is that going to help? How is that going to stop Russia?
And this is the thing. And this is the thing because...
That's my only gripe with the whole situation.
Yes, and in order for shit to really... I'm not saying don't say nothing.
It's like, donate here to help. Yeah, like, how is that going to help?
Exactly. I'm not going to say don't say nothing or don't feel nothing because people genuinely feel because it's sad. No one wants to see that. But if there was a war in West Bubblefuck, let's say Antarctica, and Antarctica was falling apart, what are we doing?
True.
What are we doing? And that doesn't mean we don't care, but unless we have the resources to say, yo, let's gather it up now and help, and we're really helping, we all just 150 characters.
Yeah. And, you know, not to really stress the situation, please do your own research. We're just telling you what's happening as it happens.
Yeah, what we saw.
Yeah. All right. Going into our music take so we can roll out of here. We had Fivio drop City of Gods with Alicia Keys and Kanye, which is kind of, it's an odd pairing, but it's like, yo, this song slaps. Because you know how... Alicia Keys. But you know Alicia Keys is
give it up.
But you know Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia is keysing on a drill. On a drill.
On a fucking drill.
That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
I know.
And Kanye's verse is crazy fire.
I'm gonna check it out because I fucks with Fivio. And I know Fivio always brings...
She doing her thing, man. And everybody doing their thing. So when I heard that beat dropping, Alicia Keys singing over dun 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 dun, you know how the drill beats be on? So I was like, yo, this song slaps. So City of Gods, Alicia Keys, Fivio. Alright. We got Vic Mensa. I haven't heard from this guy in a long time, yo. Jeez. But he dropped like a little 5-track EP. It's straight R&B. So he's singing. That man's singing, harmonizing. Check that out. Vic Mensa, Vino Valentino. You know what I mean? We'll have that up for you on the YouTubes. We got Sada Baby with Bartier Bounty 3.
You got that 3 times fast.
Yeah. Bartier Bounty 3. This track, well, it's an album. Sada Baby. I like that Detroit flow. You know how they be rapping, like saying a lot of things at the same time. I like that. So it's gonna give you that if you're into that type of music.
That shit is hilarious.
It's great. I
It's
love
like
it.
a whole bunch of people talking.
It was like a whole paragraph. We got Vince Staples with Magic.
Gotta love Vince Staples.
I love Vince.
Love his
Support
character.
Love everything he does. So his music is a def bump for me.
Right.
And that's it. Definitely subscribe everywhere. Donate on our Anchor or subscribe or, you know what I mean, show support via money wise. That's what
Yes.
that means. And
Because we will have stuff for you guys, you know, to be able to get as far as surprises and all these things. So you're gonna wanna subscribe.
yeah. And we base that off the subscriptions.
Yes, so don't wait until last minute and then, you know, you can always subscribe. There's no time limit. But don't be like, oh, be our OGs. You feel me? Don't wait until everybody's fucking with us. Then you be like, oh, a bandwagon. You feel me? So just fucks with us now. You feel me? We're always gonna love our day ones.
Yep. Subscribe on YouTube. Give us a review on Spotify. Follow our pages on social networks. You know what I mean? Like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Really show people that you're here to support this, because I know we have a lot of supporters. You guys DM us all the time. We need that to be visually present. So, you know, we can keep this going. We're going to keep this going regardless, but we'll be able to reach out further with you guys' support.
Yes. And so we almost had 100.
Thank you so much, by the way, for that. And, yeah, that's it. We're at war with ourselves. We're at war with everyone outside. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace.